Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're talking Thai visas, which quite a popular topic on this channel, as I'm sure those who are viewers and subscribers are well aware, and we thank you for viewing and subscribing to this channel. But there's kind of a misconception out there. It's not a broad misconception. I think people are kind of aware of this conceptually, but they seem to, people default to the familiar. And, the way the visa process worked the last time you came to Thailand, it's not illogical to presume it'll be similar. Well, in the post-COVID response era, yeah, it is kind of illogical to presume that. In fact, it's wildly illogical to presume that because it is not the same process. And although, for example, Thai tourist visas have become available from countries such as the United States and the UK and certain parts of Europe, and there are also retirement visas, again, available. Business visas have been available for some time now. Notwithstanding the fact that we have most of the visa categories folks are used to dealing with, sort of back on the table, if you will, they're not processing in the same manner that they used to. There is a huge amount of cumbersome paperwork and administrative processing that now goes into dealing with issuing just one single Thai tourist visa. Documentation such as certificate of entry, things like proof of alternative state quarantine, insurance, flights, all of this kind of thing can be exceptionally cumbersome to deal with. And there's a kind of alchemy now that comes about when you're processing these visas from an administrative standpoint. And I don't mean to overblow just exactly what this looks like, but truly it's got a lot of moving parts, and everything just kind of falls together all at once, and boom, you've got your Thai visa issued with your certificate of entry. And frankly, I've got Thai attorneys that are handling this pretty much on a full-time basis right now here in our office, and it's a full-time job corresponding with the embassy, corresponding with things like insurance, alternative state quarantine, dealing with flight arrangements, etc. All of this has a level of complexity that the Thai immigration process has never had before. And for this reason, presuming that the process works like it used to, that's a bad presumption to make based on the situation as things stand. That stated, it is possible to do it oneself. I certainly don't begrudge anybody for trying, but you could end up in a situation, as we've noted in other videos, where you can end up overpaying for things like flights or having to make cancellations. You can end up paying too much or not being able to be refunded for things like alternative state quarantine. You could overpay for insurance that you may not need. So again, depending on the circumstances of your case, it may not be a terrible idea to contact a legal professional, gain some insight and guidance into how best to proceed on this, and maybe get some assistance so that you don't end up in a situation where you've sort of put yourself out unnecessarily.